It's Vampire Month once again, and this time our vampire story takes place in 19th century New Orleans, where there are, of course, vampires.
Or as I like to call them, vampires?
Renée Ahdieh has taken on Arabian Nights, samurai culture, and now vampires and fairies in her latest series.
Celine has traveled to America to escape her old life in France and a criminal past as a murderer.
She claims that she wants to keep her head down, find a good husband, settle down, and live a quiet life, but she can't quite seem to keep herself out of trouble.
There is a murderer on the loose in New Orleans, and when one of Celine's friends is murdered, she finds herself getting drawn deeper and deeper into the mysterious company of the Coeur de Lion and one Bastien Saint-Germain.
There is something off about the members of court. They're powerful, dangerous, larger than life, and they also have supernatural powers that give them an extra edge.
Celine quickly makes friends with Odette, a member of the court who can see snatches of possible futures.
There's one member who can taste lies, another can disappear into shadows, and well, actually, somehow whatever it is that they can do really isn't that important. But the one member of the court that Celine is most drawn to is Bastien.
Celine and Bastien are instantly attracted to each other, and the more people keep dying, the more they have to work together, though both of them know that they should be avoiding each other.
And to cap it all off, a police detective named Michael has it out for Bastien and thinks that maybe Celine or the court might be responsible for the murders.
The setting for this novel could not have been more perfect. I don't know a lot about New Orleans or what New Orleans was like in the 19th century, so I can't tell you whether this book is accurate or not.
But that's fine. I mean, The Beautiful doesn't really delve that deeply into history or the geography of New Orleans, and it doesn't need to. Instead, Ahdieh captures the essence of exactly what I think the city would have been like.
And she's exactly right. Old New Orleans is a perfect place to set a story about a shadowy cabal of old, dangerous powers fighting for dominance.
How come more novels don't use New Orleans as a setting for spooky shit? I mean, is it like the best untapped idea ever? Or am I reading the wrong novels?
Either way, Ahdieh does a great job of breathing life into the setting with her writing style. She has a rich way of describing sights, sounds, and emotions that adds a lot of color and beauty to her narrative.
But while the setting is perfect, The Beautiful kind of struggles a bit with its lore. It likes to tell you the bare minimum of what you need to know to understand exactly what is happening in the story, and the rest of the details you're kind of just supposed to guess at and fill in the blanks, but not in a good way.
As far as I can tell, there are two factions of vampires. One is the Fallen and the other is the Brotherhood. What the difference is between them, I have no fucking clue. I think the Coeur de Lions is the Brotherhood though.
And why do they call themselves the Brotherhood? I don't know. Do they meet in robes in dark, mysterious corners and dance naked with dead chickens on a moonless night? Quite possibly, and I'm gonna start that rumor.
And then there are the Sylvan folk, aka the fairies. I think. But I read like 300 pages and I still could be making this shit up.
But we know there are definitely vampires. Wait, are they actually demons? Demon vampires?
So yeah, there's something to be said about not having these details filled in. It takes away a core understanding of what is going on and why the murderer is angry with Bastien and his group.
Because yes, we find out pretty quickly that the murderer has it out for Bastien and is looking for revenge for some slight. But what that slight is also not that clear to me because I don't have the answers to the above questions.
Besides the setting, The Beautiful does a great job with side characters. There are a bunch of them that stand out, even the ones that you wouldn't think would jump out to you, like a random grandmother and a cousin. But the three main side characters that make an impression are Odette, Pippa, and Michael.
Odette is a treat. She shocks everybody by wearing pants, oh my, and she swears at people in several different languages and is just generally a bright light in any scene that she's in.
Pippa is sweet and supportive, and you just generally want good things for Pippa because she manages to stick with Celine no matter what goes wrong.
And then Michael, the detective who has it out for Bastien, is charming in his own way. He's described as professorly and he's quick on the uptick. And he has a crush on Celine, which is adorable because I don't think he knows how to flirt.
But the two main characters, Celine and Bastien, are no slouches either.
Celine wants everything she can get out of life, even if she can't admit it to herself all the time. But she's also super attracted to danger. Like, she sees danger and thinks, well, now I'm living. Which is why she likes Bastien so much.
Because you know what? I'm gonna say it, that he is the first YA boyfriend I've come across in a long time, if ever, who might actually be dangerous. Maybe not to Celine, but to everyone else.
There is literally a scene where Bastian is looking for any excuse to terrorize this one idiot who, yes, was a casually racist idiot, but on the scale of racist idiots, probably did not deserve what he got.
Not that Bastian isn't well-rounded, he has a past that haunts him.
Seriously, what YA boyfriend doesn't?
And he's a vampire light. As in a somewhat human vampire, or maybe a vampiric human, I don't fucking know, who lives under the rules of his powerful uncle. So he has problems with his own motivation, and so does Celine.
But their love is kind of insta-lovey.
Okay, they see each other in an alley. Bastian is beating up some guy, and Celine is like, damn, that's a dangerous, hot bruiser. And one stilted conversation later that ends in discovering a dead body, they have decided that they are in love.
I don't mind it so much when I was reading it, because I was more drawn into Celine's attraction to Bastian more than their love, but in retrospect, I definitely see your point.
There have definitely been worse instances of insta-love, but it was there.
Overall, The Beautiful was a good, fun read that had some great ideas.
Some of those ideas were executed very well, like the setting and the characters, while others were a bit of a mess, like the badly explained lore.
But The Beautiful's ending ended in a very interesting way that makes me excited for the next book. And hopefully we get more answers to the lore, and hopefully we get a lot more romance drama that promises to be very dramatic.
But congrats to Ahdieh for actually making a somewhat dangerous vampire boyfriend that's breaking a convention that should have been broken a lot more often.
Seriously, how hard is it to find a dangerous vampire?
I don't know. I really don't know.